0 hour strikes, the clock ticks down. Rise from the ashes, wear your crown. No fear, no chains, break the mold, forge your destiny, fierce and bold.
And we are live. Oh, at least that's what we're going to pretend as my screen goes all over the place. It would not be 0 hour if we didn't have some sort of technical difficulties. But everybody, I see you in chat. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. We'll go clockwise around the room here and say hello. But for me, I am the host, Rural 2IC. And right here next to me, who are you?
I am Ohio Valley Prepping, and I'll be the host next week.
There we go. There we
Right?
go. And
Yeah.
and below OVP.
I'm working on the half-ass ready. Good to see y'all. Appreciate you showing up.
Perfect. And our special honorary guest tonight is none other than the living legend himself. Who are you, sir?
I am the other half of his half-ass. I'm the Orlando Prepper. Good to be with you guys. Thank you for having me here.
Good deal. Good to have you.
Excellent stuff. Let me get the little ticker here that says what we are going to try and do today, which is right there. If you have a question, drop it in the chat because we're going to go 100% off chat tonight. So that way you guys tell us what you want us to talk about, and we will go through and talk about it and answer any questions and do anything along those lines. But I'm going to kick things off. So, guys, the weather be weathering lately, right? It is absolutely crazy of all the things. And I know I'm the resident youngin', forgive me here. But I can't remember in my short time here on Earth that we have had the floods, the fires, the tornadoes, the earthquakes, snow, all this stuff. So, OVP, man, what's going on with the weather?
I didn't see it. Who are we talking to?
You.
What'd I do?
What's going on with the weather?
It's crazy, man. It's going to be 60 degrees tomorrow morning and 20 by tomorrow afternoon. I had to rebuild my fence yesterday because the wind took it out. I don't ever remember us having that much wind except for the one time we had the remnants of a hurricane come up through here. But, of course, that was, you knew it was coming then. They were calling for 25 to 30 mile an hour, and it was like 70. Wasn't even close. So, I don't know. Yeah, and Mother Nature's off her meds.
Yeah.
Because it can't decide if it wants to be 20 degrees or 70 degrees.
100%. It's like winter and spring are in a fight, and I'm not sure who's coming out a lot. Spring needs to step their game up.
I think it was Thursday. We had all 4 seasons in one day.
Yep.
We got up in the morning and it was spring-like, and then before the rain started, it got humid and it actually felt like summer. Then the rain started, it was fall, and then by the time I went home from work, it was like 17 degrees with the wind chill and spitting snow. So
yep. Wow. That sounds about right. Welcome to Ohio. Well, let's move out of Ohio. Half ready. What's going on with the weather, man?
Well, I don't know. God's in control of this. Mother Nature's in control of this. And, the world's changing, man. It's the climate changes. And it's, I don't know that that's what's happening. I mean, I remember, I think honestly, the technology now, we are instantaneously turned on to every storm. Everything is instantaneous on her. So, I mean, I think some of it's perception. I think we've always called Oklahoma in that area the tornado alley. You know what I mean? We've always, Jiminy Cricket's one of the most famous movies in the world started with a tornado. So I think we've had them. I just think it's a perception thing that it's just continuously on our screen all the time. And but I do think things are more severe. But things were severe when we were youngins too. So I mean, it just, I mean, I don't know. It's again, look, all I know is I'm just getting ready for whatever comes. That's, you know, that's my job.
I love it. I love it. Orlando, brother, you're way down south, man. What's going on with weather?
Oh man, we had terrible storms, but I mean, this is the time of year when they start rolling in, and it's going to be this way pretty much every day until October.
Yeah.
You know, but as far as what's happening nationwide, you guys haven't been paying attention now. Everybody said when Donald Trump stopped giving hundreds of billions of taxpayer dollars to European industrialists that the weather was going to get bad. So it's Donald Trump's fault.
Of course it is.
Everything's Donald Trump's fault.
Yeah. What I was thinking right there. So while we wait for the questions, which right here, Kane's got a really good one. What is your number one prep for cold weather / hot weather? So while it's cold, we'll go cold first, and then we'll go hot. And we'll start with OVP first. So what's your number one prep for cold, and then your number one prep for hot weather?
Well, as far as cold weather goes, I like to have a nice base layer of clothing that wicks sweat away from your body. Because if it's cold out, you know, if it's below freezing, and if you're out there, if you're walking, if you're chopping wood, if you're doing something, and you start to sweat, that sweat's going to freeze. You need something to wick it away from your body. So get yourself a good base layer so that you don't end up with hyperthermia.
Yeah.
And as far as warm goes, have plenty of water on hand. Don't get dehydrated. I used to do locking out in the desert, and you had to drink about a gallon of water an hour if you were out there hiking around in the desert, or you would drop over dead. So,
Yep, I definitely can get right behind all that. Half ready, what's your cold and what's your hot?
Well, cold weather, it's your backup heat source. Whatever that would be. Propane, kerosene, wood, coal, whatever it is you do. But, of course, now's the time of year to make sure you're starting to get that ready for next winter. I mean, and I agree with OVP. Don't skimp on cold weather gear.
Yeah.
Don't skimp on cold weather gear. Buy good stuff. Get good stuff. It's not cool to Temu freeze to death. Okay, it's
right.
That's not cool at all. And
no, it's cold.
Yeah, and hot weather. Look, when you get of an age, hot weather affects you more than it used to.
Yep.
So, you know, have a shady place, inside, outside. My wife and I have purchased over the last few years several battery-powered fans. Right? I mean, and of course, we keep a stockpile of batteries like every good prepper should.
Yep.
But, you know, just cooling off, you know, when you got a house full of damn near 60-year-old people, you heat stroke can get you quick.
Yep.
And heat strokes, you know, cold stroke, you probably know you're getting ready to freeze to death, right? Heat stroke, this next thing you know, you're sick. And, you know, it will take you out. So there you go.
Yeah. I like it. Orlando, what's yours? What's your hot? What's your cold?
Well, down here we really don't have to worry much about the cold. If it gets down in the 30s, it's not going to be there more than a day or two. But we do have backup heat sources just in case. You know, propane. We got wood, of course. You know, we can burn the wood. We got a good store of wood, but mainly we have to deal with the heat down here, especially during hurricane season when the power goes out and it's, you know, 95 degrees and 148 humidity. It's a killer.
Yeah.
But we just have to make sure we have enough backup power to keep an AC going. we got one room specified for an air conditioner that runs off of a solar power system. So we can keep that one room comfortable and keep the vital stuff going. We're pretty much set for that, I think.
Good deal. I mean, for me, is going to be footwear for your cold weather. I think having something to keep your feet warm, whether it's wool socks or insulated boots, something along those lines. And then kind of what everybody else was saying for your summertime, it's the ability to be able to cool down or at least get out of the heat, whether that be water, shade, whatever. But you guys are stealing my answers, but that's okay. Great minds think alike, right?
That's right.
Hey, when you go last, you get leftovers.
There we go.
One more thing, this time of year is really good time to go get some wintertime gear because it's all on sale right now because they're trying to get it out of the way to put the summer stuff in. So if you need something, now's a good time to go get it.
Yes, it is.
Very good point. Very good point. MS Gulf Coast has a great question. He said, let's go ahead and follow that up. And what is the basic for grid down? So that would be a really good one. So OVP, what's a few basic things for a grid down scenario?
Make sure you got water in case the tap stops running. Make sure you got a way to cook food, whether it be propane or over wood or wood burning stove, whatever it is. Definitely make sure you got some backup heat if it's wintertime. And make sure you got first aid kit on hand because if the grid's down and that, you're probably not going to be able to call 911 if something happens. And make sure you got the training on how to use that first aid kit.
Yes. Yes. Excellent. Half ready. What's a couple of basics?
Well, generators aren't basic. Okay.
No.
So, but most of the people in our chat aren't basic anymore. Okay.
Right.
Y'all are getting to the point where, so there's several people who we talk to every week and sit on their lives big into generators, right? Mm-hmm. There's a math equation. There's math to do, right? To figure out what you need and what you got. But, if you're not in the generator part of your prepping yet, then you need lots of batteries, lots of things that you can use those batteries in, but don't waste your money on something that's not going to keep you alive. Waste something on, you need a good radio. You need, but for the most part, you need a way not to trip over anything in your house when it gets dark.
Yeah.
Right. And you need a way to heat your water for those freeze-dried meals you have prepared back. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we talked about that last Sunday, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
You need a way to purify your water or to heat your water to cook or to even cook. That's basic. Yep. I'll pass the torch.
Okay. Well, and what this is a really good question for is I watched Orlando's short today, and this kind of goes hand in hand with that. So, Orlando, what's some of the basics?
Basic, I think like these guys are saying, and I'm pretty sure everybody here pretty much has their food and water lined up. So I'm going to get into the basic solar power system you would need, like a minimum solar power pack of 500 watts, and get you some 12-volt components, 12-volt TV, 12-volt light. You can charge your radios off of that. You can charge your cell phone off of that. But like Reddy said, you got to know the numbers, know what each one of those components is consuming each hour, and what your supply. And right now they're getting so affordable.
Yeah.
Pretty much anybody can afford them now. And with a 500 watt unit, let's say you get a 500 watt unit, you can get a 100-watt solar panel and charge it right back up in 4 or 5 hours, easy, and you're back to full power. by the time the sun goes down. So that's what I would recommend.
Yeah, that's really good ones. I mean, for me, if you have your solar generators and all that. I mean, I've got my stuff going right along there. When you're talking grid down, basically, it's anything that's going to be powered. So having a way to repower where the sun gives you free fuel is a great idea. Having something that you can collect water and being able to filtrate the water, some sort of way to keep warm and cook food. There's a lot of different things that you can go through. The best way to do this is turn out your power for 24 hours the whole weekend, right? And you'll start seeing your holes, and you'll start seeing what your basics are that you need to fill. James had a really good question. So he said, first aid. Do you keep all of your first aid in one single bug out bag, or do you keep it in multiple bug out bags, multiple stuff? OVP, where do you keep your medical?
I got first aid kits all over the place. I even got a little personal boo-boo kit that I keep on me in my EDC stuff that goes in my back pocket. So, yeah, I would say definitely have you should have one in your bug out bag. You should have one probably in each one of your vehicles, and then you should probably have one in the house too, as well as maybe a personal one that you carry on you. There's some good ones out there. There's who is it? Bear Independent has one that goes around your ankle. That's a first aid kit. And then, like I said, I keep a little boo-boo kit in my back pocket. I did a video on that. I just put it all together out of one of them plastic gum packet things. Works real good.
Yep.
So yeah, you should definitely have multiple. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Half Ready, what about you? Where do you keep your medical?
Well, I keep a boo-boo kit in my go bag, and I keep a trauma kit. So here's my thing, and it's a military thing. But if you're going to poke holes, you need to be able to plug holes, okay? So if you're in a position where you might get a hole in you, then you need a way to plug that hole. So trauma kit, chest seal at least, tourniquet at least, several Israeli bandages, as much gauze as you can put in it.
Yeah.
So I have several trauma kits ranging in size. I actually have one that my son made that goes on your ankle. It's not the bear kit. He made it himself, and it out of an old pistol holster, an ankle holster, and it goes on your ankle, and it's fantastic. But I keep those, and boo-boo kits are everywhere. I have boo-boo kits everywhere. I have boo-boo kits in every vehicle. I have boo-boo kits in my desk at work. Because you need a Band-Aid, man. When you need a Band-Aid, you need a freaking Band-Aid. Yep. So that makes you a good human being. That don't just make you a prepper. That makes you a good human being. So, but yeah, no, I do keep in the go bag. I do keep, and then of course in my bug in location, that's a much more comprehensive first aid situation. You can't carry enough to have an operating room in the back of your car. Okay?
Right.
But you definitely want enough stuff at home or at your bug in location or bug out location to do that.
Right.
That's cool.
Got it. Orlando, what about you, man? Where do you keep your medical?
Well, like these guys, pretty much everywhere. My bug out bag, my get home bag, my grab and go, and of course, our bug out location here at home. Lady Prepper has things set up here at home. It looks like it's a supply room in a hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, she's got it covered.
That's awesome.
Good deal. Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. Just looking right here. I mean, I do have the Refuge Medical. I do have my bag there. I'm getting ready to switch over. I'm going to go to Jay over at Prepared Citizen.
Yeah,
I've got a
right.
few of his Slishmans and whatnot. He makes a
Yep.
really excellent first aid kit and things of
Also a good place to
medical.
get your training on how to use that stuff too.
Yes. Yes.
And you don't even have to go to his class. If you just watch his videos, he will
Yeah.
show you how to use those things. Super
Yeah.
guy right there.
Yeah, Jay's an awesome dude. I have one in every one of my bags. Behind this bag here is a red bag. That's actually my medical bag in case I need to do serious medical stuff. But I have medical in just about every room in my car, in my desk at work, in my locker. I have medical all over the place. So, yeah, that is a don't keep all your eggs in one basket sort of a thing. So, hopefully that helps. L-Dog has a question that says, where is your favorite place to buy your prepping gear? So Opie, where do you buy your?
My favorite place?
Yeah,
My favorite place is yard sales and flea markets and things like that, because you can find some good stuff that you're not going to pay top dollar for, you know.
Yep.
Estate sales, anything like that. And it ain't going to be long. It's going to be yard sale season here in Ohio. As soon as this weather gets up and going. We actually went to the Amish flea market Friday, and they weren't fully opened yet, so not all the vendors and that was there. But yeah, places like that's my favorite place to go hunt for gear.
Oh yeah, you can find all sorts of little goodies and treasures there. Half Ready, where do you go?
Man, it's everywhere. There's a really cool store here in Western North Carolina called Carolina Readiness Supply, and I love to go there. Sometimes it's just an inspiration on something I need, but they do keep Berkey water filters and blah blah blah. You know, they Angus and Farms freeze-dried foods are there by the bulk. I mean, you can buy, they keep 50-pound bags of rice and beans and whatnot, but just a cool store. But the thing to do is buy the best that you can afford.
Yeah.
Wherever you shop, buy the best that you can afford. And again, you're right. OVP, you can find really good. My wife actually found 2 Anchor solar battery packs to recharge your phone. Still in the box, brand new, at an estate sale last summer.
Yep.
She got the pair for $10, man. These are $50 a piece, so she got.
Yep.
And they don't make anything better than that. Anchor's top notch. So, just buy the best you can afford, and you just have to shop, man. Not always the internet isn't always the best place to get something.
Yeah, right.
And if you can find a place, if you have a place like Carolina Readiness Supply near you, you can at least go look at something before you try to find it cheaper, right? You put your hand up and see it. You know quality when you feel quality. So, all right, your turn.
Yep. Orlando, where's your place, brother?
Well, other than what these guys said, now it don't hurt to keep an eye on items on the internet.
Yeah.
Amazon, you catch them on sale, or eBay or wherever. But I found a source a couple of years ago. A lot of people overlook, and they're throughout the country, and that's the Latter-day Saints stores.
Yep.
Now those people, they are preppers, Jack.
Yes, they are.
And they have a store here, and stuff is cheap, freeze dried, and or bulk or whatever, and they sell it really, really cheap compared to anywhere else.
Yeah.
So just check your local area, see if you have a Latter-day Saints store in your area.
Yeah.
Same thing with Goodwill and things like that. I go there to look for like cast iron stuff and camping pots and pans. I have a lot of that stuff there that nobody really pays any attention to. So,
yeah, no, actually, me and the girl, we was out maybe a week or so ago. We were just at the thrift stores, and we found a killing of stuff. I think we hit from them and probably dropped 50 to 100 bucks in each one. Grabbing gardening supplies and all sorts of stuff right now. Don't overlook that stuff, right? Don't sleep on any of that stuff. Plus, you can trade and barter now, right? You can start networking with all the prepping people in your area. So, OVP, you don't live far from me. That'd be one of them things where you and I get together and I go, hey, I've got this and this, you've got that and that. We meet up and we do a trade. I mean, you can get creative with everything. So, and I know Cluck Norris here does some trading and whatnot. So,
what do you want? What do you want for Cluck Norris?
No, Cluck stays with me. So,
oh man, okay.
Johnny's got a good question here of what is your care routine to treat a sore body from working hard on your prep skills? So my take on this is going to be that, we do the things that we normally do and we say it's hard work, but when you get into a true SHTF situation, that's probably going to increase tenfold, right? So you're probably going to start getting sore and tired and things like that. So OVP, what would be a care routine, or what would be the way that you would heal a very tired and sore body?
Aleve and Epsom salts. Yeah, I mean, I'm sore all the time because I just seem like every time I decide I'm going to actually relax a little bit, I find 10 other things I need to do. And so I was out digging fence posts yesterday. And it was okay while I was digging them, but by the time I got done, my body said, you're getting too old for this. So, but so that's my regimen. Aleve and Epsom salts.
I get it. Half ready. Oh, what do you got?
Do more.
Oh,
do more. Do more. Do more. You have every day. It's just like working out. Just like working out. The first week sucks and you embrace the suck.
Yeah.
But if you try to keep your body in position of readiness at all times. And look, my position of readiness is different than it was when I was 25. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying but you move every day, move, and try not to get to that point. But when you're sore, and BioFreeze is some really great stuff. Man.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, very much so. Orlando, I know you at your young age, you probably don't have too much experience with this, but what would you do hypothetically if you got sore?
Well, basically, I try not to get there, but it, like you said, my age, it's going to happen. So what you have to do is just not push yourself too far. Take breaks. If you're out working, stay out of the sun. If you're outside, stay hydrated. That'll help you more than anything, is to make sure you stay hydrated. And just don't push it, especially like at my age. We've been pulling kudzu here. I don't know if you guys have that where you live.
Yes, we do.
It's a vine, and once it starts growing, you're not going to stop it. All you can do is just try to keep it pulled out, and it keeps coming back. But yesterday we were out there pulling that stuff, and, you just have to take plenty of breaks. Just sit down, relax, and get up and go get it done.
Yeah. That's, I think it's a mixture of what everybody was saying, at least on my end and whatnot. You got to know your limitations. The only way you're going to know your limitations is if you push yourself, right? We've got to keep going. It's kind of like what Half Ready was saying. That's building up that endurance. It's building up all that to where you get to that point. So that way, the extra amount of effort and whatnot will carry you through. But it's also going to go on preparing now. So that's things like sleep. That's things like nutrition, water, right? Those sort of things, they can really do a mindset on you. So that's things like cramps and fatigue and all the memory and things like that. So it's one of the things now. Start looking into the different things that you have on your shelf and see what your nutritional value is. It's not always about calories. It's about minerals. It's about vitamins. It's about proteins, fats, things like that. So that way you guys can do that. And just what Hudson there says, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Amen. 100%. Excellent. Yeah, biofreeze, 100. Yep, everybody's getting it on there now. They're all throwing the 2 cents in and then answering the question. A lot of really good stuff comes from chat. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I love it to see when chat gets in there. All right, guys, keep dropping your questions. We're about halfway through the show, so we'll see what everybody else has got to say on all of that. So, I will throw out my next question into this. So, I got this idea because I was watching Half Ready's video where he was talking about I'm a handyman, and for somebody to be a handyman and having some tools, that brings up the question of maintenance. OVP, what's some overlooked maintenance that people may not realize that, hey, I need to maintain this item?
You need to know how to work on your generator if something goes down, because I mean, and some plumbing's good too, but I'd put generator first because, if you're in a situation where you don't have any power and you're relying on your generator and it goes down and you don't know how to fix it, well, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would definitely learn as much as you can about your generator. Whatever kind you got, doesn't make any difference. Go through the manual, learn where everything's at and what might go out and what you might need to replace and how to bypass things if that's necessary or whatever. Just don't electrocute yourself.
Yep. And I was getting ready to bring this up. Vision pops into chat. He knows I was getting ready to talk about him because you sometimes need to be humbled, and he serves up a really big piece of humble pie when I sat there at Bug Out Weekend, and he goes, "Do you have one of these?" I'm like, "Nope."
Yeah, I remember that conversation.
Yeah, very good lesson on all that. I am indeed a student that is a lifelong learning about everything. So every once in a while, it's good for somebody to remind you don't know everything. So Half Ready, man, you're the resident expert. What's maybe some maintenance that people are overlooking?
Well, the generator thing is, if you own one, yes. And I'm going to tell you, if you own a gas generator, if you own a fossil fuel power generator, you need to change the oil. Don't give a damn what the manual says. Every time you run that son of a gun all day, you need to change that oil, okay? Mm-hmm. Because they will let you down. Of course, the toolkit for your solar. I mean, my God. But I think, especially if the shit hit the fan scenario, we talk about hand tools all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how to sharpen a handsaw?
Yeah, man. I was about to get into that.
Do you know how to keep your you know how to keep your hammer handles? Do you know how to replace a handle in your axe or your hammer? Or you know what I mean?
Yep.
Do you take your hand tools out and make sure they're not rusty, that they haven't sat in a tool block bin and gotten rusty because you haven't used them? You know what I'm saying? These things, your hand tools need a little love too.
Yep.
So give your hand tools a little love. Learn it. If you've got a hand tool and it needs to be sharp to use, God bless you if you keep it sharp, because it will make your life much easier when it's sharp. Have you ever used a dull sling blade? Most of the young folks would not know what a sling blade is. But if you've ever used a dull one or a bent one, it gets all like this shape, because you've been cutting shit you wasn't supposed to be cutting with it. So there you go. But yeah, maintain your hand tools.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Orlando, what do you got?
Well, he stole my idea there, man. I was going to recommend to everybody, make sure you get you a good handsaw, get you an axe, get you a hatchet. Make sure you keep them sharp. You also got to keep them clean, and you got to oil them up just like anything else so they don't rust, like you said.
Yep.
You can't just depend on your chainsaw or your power saw or whatever. Those hand cutting tools are vital.
Yes. Yeah, 1,000%. I'm going to go because you guys know rural has to go on the fringes of everything. My things of overlooked is maintenance on this. right? We
Oh,
require
most
maintenance
definitely.
and maintenance of our relationships, whether that's your husband, your wife, your kids, whoever's in your mag, things like that. Those people and everything, they require maintenance.
Yes,
We've
they
got to
do.
make sure that everybody's good. You know, everybody's mentally there. You got a mindset there, because I think a lot of people focus on the external threats and not enough people see the internal threats, right?
Yeah.
That internal friction
Good
and the
point.
things that can
Yeah.
happen inside and whatnot. So that is one of the biggest, I think, overlooked maintenance items, at least on my end. So
No,
there
that's
was,
awesome, bro.
yes.
Let me tell you, during Helene, you want to talk about stress in your relationship. You know, my wife and I've been together a long time, and I'm telling you, dude, it is a stressful situation. We both have work to do. We
Mhm.
both need help getting that work done. You know what I mean? Yes, that's 100%. No, that's not freeing, sir. That's basic survival in a SHTF situation.
Oh yeah, yeah, 1,000%. Which all of you guys are married. It just dawned on me. So let's take one more second here. So OVP, man, if everything goes down, right, or the balloon just suddenly goes up, you've got your apocalypse partner, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's in there. She's in there reading the Bible right now.
Fantastic, right there. That's maintenance for the spirit. I love it.
Yep.
Oh, good stuff. And I assume that you guys go out and you do things and you maintain that relationship, and you're putting effort and investing into that, right?
Absolutely. We took the day together Friday. We went out to Amish country, and I still got to put that video together because we went to the Amish flea market and we went to we went to the puppy store just to look at the puppies, and that was just for fun. And then we went grocery shopping at the Amish grocery store, where everything is made at the Amish grocery store.
Nice.
And I'll tell you what, you talk about food. It's I will never go to Walmart or Giant Eagle or any of that again. You know,
Yep.
it takes a little bit more time to get out there. It's like, oh, maybe a 30-minute drive, maybe 20, 25 minutes, something like that. Compared to I can be at Walmart in like 3 minutes. I don't care.
Yep.
We make our bi-weekly grocery trip is out to Amish country. But yeah, because I'm telling you, so much better food. I don't trust Walmart and them anymore. That's a word. I kind of got off on a tangent, but yeah, we spent the whole day together. We had well, I don't know, hubby and wifey day. We went out running around all day Friday. So
I love it. That's awesome. Thank you, V. I saw you gifting out memberships. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, she's
that is
pretty awesome, man.
Yes, thank you, and that's awesome to hear. OVP, man, you two, it seems like you've got a nice little match made in heaven. But half ready, man. You kind of touched on it. Let's see if you want to expand on it. Do you have your apocalypse partner, and what do you do to maintain all that and keep it solid and great?
Of course, I have my apocalypse partner, dude. And I've been, you know, we had the natural disaster apocalypse, and then I had the personal health apocalypse.
Mhm.
And dude, I can't expand on that without almost crying because, dude, when it's amazing. Look, it's amazing when someone proves just how much of the rock that you thought they were, and they always are.
Yeah.
That's hard to put into words, okay? But yeah, I've got my apocalypse partner, and I helped her out Saturday. I spent the whole day out of the house, and she had the whole house to herself for a whole day.
and I can. Oh, and since Granny's not here, I can tell you we went to Mrs. Yoder's kitchen too.
Oh yeah,
That is the best chicken on the planet.
yeah. Granny backs you up on that quite often.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, she'd probably be jealous if she found out we went to Mrs. Yoder's kitchen.
Nice. Well, I saw Ghost is starting to take applications for his apocalypse partner, and
Yes.
Orlando, I see your apocalypse partner just joined chat. So
Yeah. Oh, she's
you have
been
to
here a
watch-
while.
I was going
She's
to say,
been
you
watching,
haven't launched your answer on this, sir, but do you have
What do you
your
think?
apocalypse partner?
What do you think, dude? Everything from digging a hole to a gunfight.
Yep.
I can count on her all the way through.
Hoorah.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yep.
She's got the skills. If she don't have them, she makes sure she gets them. Let me just put it that way. And nothing is going to come between us. Nothing.
It's a nice feeling, ain't it? Ain't it, OP? It's just warms your heart, man, when you think about it.
Yep.
I love it. Yes. Very awesome. Very awesome. And, for me, I did my restart, and I've got my apocalypse partner now. Hopefully God will go through and continue to bless, and I will be joining you guys and saying vows, and we will do the things where it's very rare to find somebody that will take commitment. And when you go in front of God and friends and family and you say, for better or for worse, sickness and health, death, I mean, that right there, people don't take that very seriously at all. And for me, when you find somebody that's in the preparedness community, we're trying to stay alive. We commit to this lifestyle. So I'm very blessed in all that thing. So
yeah,
it
can be stressful. I mean,
oh yeah,
and you can weird people out. And I mean, I'm looking in the chat. I'm seeing. I know we have folks that are single in the chat, right? And I know we have lone wolf preppers in the chat too. But it's tough when you're in this community. You weird some people out. Some people look at you very differently when they find out that you're prepping for the end of the world. You know what I mean? So
Amen.
yeah, when you find someone who can accept your idiosyncrasies, I'm not telling you they have to embrace it.
No,
if they can accept your premise and back you in your play, then it's. I'm just telling you, man. It is. I spent my whole life never thinking I'm always counting on me, right? And then you get to the point in your life where you can't be you. You need that rock, right? You need that rock. And it don't matter. It just don't. If you get someone who you can lean on that hard, man, but look, that rope is tied to you too.
Yep.
So when your rock needs a rock, you got to be rock solid too.
Yeah.
Do a little, turn that camera inside and check yourself before you wreck yourself.
There it is. There
you go.
Let's see. Let me run through chat here.
I don't know if you want to do that. I think Ghost is getting ready to start the apocalypse partner dating site. I think
that's fine.
Good idea.
Might as well go for it.
And one more thing, Grace, if you want to come for chicken, just let me know. We'll get Rural to come up here and we'll all go out, Mrs. Yoder's, and get some chicken. So,
yeah, 100%. Call me if you're talking about food and chicken. Rural's there. 100%
and
there.
Granny's coming up here sometime in June, and we were going to go anyway, so we could just all of us go get some chicken up there and hang out with Granny for the day. So,
yeah. Well, and that's the thing about in this, whether you're with somebody or you're single or whatnot. If you are with the incorrect person, and I learned this the hard way, you're fighting a losing battle. It's constantly waste of time, waste of money. You don't get to, it's a mental, everything when it comes to all that. And so you don't get to do the things that you want to do because you've got to split yourself, right? We've got to go to work and be work. We've got to go over here and do this and do things with friends and family and everything else. And when it comes time to your preps, if you don't have that support system, you're just fighting on everything. So be very, very thankful for whoever you've got that's standing beside you, whether that is a spouse or whether it is your inner circle, your best friend, your dude, whatever it is. Be thankful for them, right? Just what Half Ready says at the end. Tell somebody you love that you love them. Tell them you appreciate them. Make sure they're heard. Make sure they're valued. Make sure that they are good. That's like when I do my bro check, because all of you guys are on my bro check list. I check on you pretty much every Monday, every week. Make sure every one of you guys are good because you guys mean a lot to me. So
That means a lot to me, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, see now, Vanessa might be coming up in June too. We might end up having a bug out day.
Well, I hope they cater OVP. You could just have everybody over to your house and a big old bucket of chicken. And
Yeah. Well, we got to go up to Amish country to get the chicken. Although
Do we
they
get
think
the
they do cater, but
No, wait. Is that like the restaurant where you pick out your lobster? Do you get to go catch your own chicken?
no, it's no. But trust me, you won't be disappointed. You'll see some chicken and stuff when I put the video out. So whenever
I'm sorry.
I would have
I
got
just
that
came
out
up.
already, but
That right there. Do not steal that, everybody. I'm trademarking that. That is going to become Rural's restaurant or whatever, where you go out back and you get to hog tie your hog and get your chicken, and you get to pick it out and you get to cook it, start your own fire. I provide you some napkins or whatever.
yeah, see, Pearlman's not that far away either. We might just have a big old meeting.
yeah, it sounds like y'all getting ready to have big old chicken picking.
Yeah, Mrs. Young's kitchen in the thriving metropolis of Mount Hope.
Good stuff. All right, so let's jump back into the gear of stuff. And I saw Orlando's short, and he pulled out a little special item that was very overlooked. So OVP, what's something that you have as a part of your preps that you think maybe other people have not thought of that would be important?
Oh boy, that's a good question. That's a good question. What do I have that somebody else might not have thought about? Coffee.
Ooh. There we go.
I thought about that.
I was going to say, but I keep some freeze-dried coffee in my bug out bag because if I don't have coffee, there may be an apocalypse, whether you want one or not. So,
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, nail clippers is a good one. I think everybody should have some nail clippers on them. I think that's kind of a forgotten thing people don't think about all the time. But, well, I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
No.
That's a good question, though. I like that. I like that question. That's a good question.
Cluck Norris's kicking chicken.
But now I got everybody talking about Amish country.
Yeah. Rural's Apocalypse Diner, the best meal you ever have. I love it. I'm gonna start jotting these down. Okay, half ready before I start.
Or you get sidetracked.
What's your item?
A lockpick set and a set of bolt cutters.
Oh, good. Tell me why.
Well, because when you're scavenging, how many of y'all got a storage facility near you, a storage building place? And guess what? All them people in the neighborhood across the river all died because, SHTF's been going on for 6 weeks.
Yep.
So 80% of them are gone, bugged out, or died.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to get into their storage facility to resupply. Okay. I mean, that's just one thing. Look.
No, that's a good one.
I mean, and look, if you can buy lockpick sets on Amazon, you need to practice.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to learn how to use it. But, and don't buy no, 10-inch set of damn bolt cutters. Okay.
Yeah.
Get a good set. Get 24 inches, 36 inches, because dude, let me tell you, some master locks are chain. You're gonna have a harder time cutting it with a little one. You may not have enough butt. There you go. That's my answer.
Orlando.
Hey, I'm gonna go with my old standard that I sold everybody on, I hope, a couple of years ago, which is a little seal cock key.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't understand how valuable those things are.
Yeah.
You got that 4-way key. If we do get into like a total SHTF, water's not running. Most commercial buildings, they have their plumbing in the ceiling. So you can just turn that spigot on the wall outside and all that water's going to run out to you. It's already clean. Or if it's a multi-story building, you got floors full of water up there you can access. If you can get to a faucet, if it don't have a handle on it, you can turn it on with that seal cock key.
Yep.
Yes.
That's a good one.
That's a real good one. Yeah. Well, for me, mine's all about mindset. This is not the one, obviously, because it's not in my bug out bag. I do a photo album. Usually it's just a handful of pictures, just because having that thing that'll make you smile at the end of the day, right? We have most of everybody in chat. You're here because you've been here before. You have the beans, you have the bullets, you have the band-aids. You kind of have the stuff. For me, one of the overlooked items, this usually goes in my inch bag, but I usually have a picture in all of my bags, just because when you're cold, you're hungry, you're tired, you're scared, you're frozen, you're in pain, you haven't slept, you have 300 emotions and everything's going wrong. You pull out that picture and suddenly you got to smile, right? This is the reason why I'm doing all this, right? This is the reason why I'm pushing harder, and this is the reason why I've got to continue. I think a lot of people overlook those little things. So let's see, anything else in chat that I have missed? You guys, the chat's going nuts today. We've got a ton of people in the chat. Yeah, it is. It's getting hard to go through and keep up with everything. Indy's agreeing with me. That's right. Photo, 100%. Yes. Let's see. I think we're getting through with everything. There was one more. Let me flip back because I had my there of there we go. I wanted to talk about gardening. So OVP, are you going to grow anything this year?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're going to grow some onions and some peppers for sure. We're going to be doing container gardening because we're looking to move, and I want to be able to take my stuff with me when we move. So Fantastic. We're going to be doing like 5-gallon buckets and things like that, which I need to call Devil Dog and get some tips on that because he's kind of the expert on that. So
fantastic.
See, that's a great thing about this community is if you don't know exactly how to do something, somebody here does. And you can get a hold of them and ask questions and find out what you need to know. And I know the Devil Dog is very good at the container gardening. So I'm going to get a hold of him and have him give me some tips.
I love it. I love it. Actually, stay on afterwards. I've got something that may help you. I just stumbled upon. So, Halfray, what about you? Are you growing anything this year?
Oh yeah. I strictly container garden. I don't do traditional gardening at all. I haven't done traditional gardening in probably 7 or 8 years now. Am looking to expand the container garden and add a couple of raised beds. That's something I've never tried, but I am going to add a couple of raised beds. But after the storm, we're so busy here trying to cut every tree that I can see. It's just terrible. But but yes, man, I'm a big garden guy. I've got several videos on mine of me and my little container gardening, planting and harvesting, and me and my dog love to go out there and play in that. So, but what is traditional gardening? Anyways, yeah, I hear you.
That's good. Brad,
I mean, that people don't have the property that they used to have. Like my grandfather had 100 acres, right? And so, but container gardening and raised bed gardening and what used to be called victory gardening, square foot gardening. Yep. There are several books from the 50s, 60s, 40s on a victory garden or a square foot garden. You can produce a lot of produce in a small area. But yeah, get out there and do it. Yeah, I'm all about the garden. Yeah, and I love gardening.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Orlando, I know you're growing something. What are we growing this year?
Well, actually, I can't grow weeds, but I'm the muscle. I can.
You do what Lady Prepper tells you to do?
Yeah, I can build the gardens. We got raised bed gardens and container gardens, but Pam, she's like a genius with that stuff. So I know she says she's putting in tomatoes and peppers this year. I might try my hand at potatoes again in the buckets. But Yeah, I mean, as far as the actual what we're going to do, you'd have to lean on the genius in there. I'm just the muscle.
No, I get it. I fully get it. Yeah, we're in full swing. We've got a bunch of things that we're going to be doing a lot of content on, a lot of raised beds, container gardening, different variety of different types of containers or whatnot. There's 150 plus peppers and whatnot growing literally right there. My grow lights are on. I've got broccoli going. I've got all sorts of stuff. This weekend, going to be planting some more things and whatnot. This year, compared to what I normally do, I think the garden is probably going to be 5 to 5+ times as big. So I'm really, really excited, and I'm going to take a lot of everybody on the journey through what gardening and budget gardening and things like that's going to be. So it's definitely going to be some fun stuff. So
can I add something here?
Yeah, please.
A lot of people don't want to grow their vegetables in just standard like buckets, like Home Depot buckets or Lowe's buckets or whatever. They want to grow them in food safe buckets. Hit up the delis in your area.
Yes.
Hit up the restaurant, or they have buckets, food buckets. They just throw away.
Yep.
And they'll sell them to you cheap. And they're food buckets. So they're food grade buckets. So that's a good place to get them.
Yeah, I used to get mine from the local bakery.
Yep, there you go. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. So, well, we're winding down, so it's about time to go through and say our words of wisdom and our final thoughts and all that. So, let's go around the room one more time. OVP, man, what's your words of wisdom and what's your final thoughts on everything?
Just keep learning all the skills you can, guys. You can only stock so much. So you need to work on your mind and your body and your soul. Wake up every day and say, you know what, today's going to be a good day. And every night when you go to sleep, say, you know what, tomorrow's going to be a good day. And your attitude will change and you'll have a lot better days. So just keep doing the things, guys. You all know what to do.
Yeah.
Yes. 1,000%. Half ready. What about you, man? What's your closing thoughts?
Well, tell the one you love that you love them. But, growing all this food we're getting ready to grow, spend a little time learning how to preserve some of it.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that game. And now's the time. Now's the time to get your canned supplies and your pickling salt. And if you need a bucket, if you need a crock to make sauerkraut in, or if you make pickle, now's the time. Now's the time to get that stuff in. If you get the stuff, you can learn how to use it later. So,
yeah.
And thank y'all for showing up. So,
yeah, 100%. Yes. Which you can go through, and there's a lot of people that go and do a really great job on how to go through and preserve, and there's a few channels and whatnot. But if I know there's a bunch of my mods in here, will somebody drop Orlando's link in the chat for me, pretty please, while I do my stuff, and then we'll close out with Orlando. One of the things that I wanted to kind of, I guess, put across, I read this quote and I saved it on my phone, and it really kind of goes through and speaks volumes to me. And the quote goes, "The more you sweat and practice, the less you bleed in battle." And that just absolutely struck me just to the core. That is, right now, it's peacetime, relaxation time. This is the time that you put in the blood and the sweat and the tears and everything. This is the time that you buckle down and get things done, right? We want to get everything set up so that way, since we are there, if SHTF comes, what are we doing? We're doing day-to-day stuff. We're not doing major changes, right? We talked about having sore bodies. You put in the effort and the work now and get it set up. SHTF goes, it's all going to kind of be routine by that point. So just something like that. So to reiterate what Half Ready said, please turn to the one if they're right next to you and tell them that you love them. Make that phone call, do that text. We're not promised to wake up tomorrow, so don't have that regret. Orlando, it's your turn. We're going to end the stream with you.
All
so
right. I'm going to play off a little bit off what all of you said there, because they were all good words. Okay. But when you wake up in the morning, thank the Lord that you woke up.
Yes.
You work every day trying to be the best kind of person you can be, get your heart right. And when you lay down at night, thank the Lord for everything you had that day and pray for one more day.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you guys for dropping Orlando's link in there. And guys, make sure if you haven't checked out anybody who is on panel, please go check them out. Give them a like, give them a subscribe. This is how we grow as a community. So thank you again, everybody, for coming out and listening to us. And thank you for the chat and the participation. Orlando, special shout out. I know it was last minute, but thank you so much. And guys, with that, we're going to bid you a farewell, and we will see you next week on Ohio Valley Prepping's channel. Same time, same place. And everybody, have a good